Yes, I think it is clear now. Just 1 minute. It's just doing. Yes, perfect. Let's continue the discussion. I mean, let's begin the discussion. Oh my God. Just now I completed the CA final audit paper complete with the MCQ answers and descriptive answers all together. For me itself, solving entire MCQ paper and descriptive paper itself took approximately 40-45 minutes. Okay, I personally have so much command on the subject. I am very confident of it. One of the toughest paper ever. Like some students told me, number 24 paper was very tough. No, this is really one of the toughest paper. Out of 10 MCQ paper, if you see, the difficulty level is 9. Difficulty level in MCQ paper is almost 9. All these days in the past, all the attempts, the MCQ paper level difficulty is hardly 6 out of 10, but this is 9 out of 10 difficulty level. It's not that easy to satisfy this particular paper by normally whoever is preparing, whoever student is preparing normally, they can't. Especially those who are following all short materials and all, gone. Especially the paper is so tough here. Like I didn't expect, I didn't expect, like when I'm reading the question itself, I was thinking of students imagination, like how could they be able to answer. Fine, anyhow, descriptive paper was tough only. It's not very extreme tough, it's tough. That's it. Now let's look at MCQ directly. First, there is a case scenario, so something regarding portfolio, SD card, so much all that is there. I am directly, the sample related question is, CA Inter 530. We discuss this entire topic in depth in CA Inter, yeah. Evaluation of sampling results, alternative replacement item, alternative procedure, misstatement deviation. This is a CA Inter. Many times I told in CA final sessions also, and even marathons also, I requested everybody to even watch my CA Inter marathon. But anyhow, it's okay. So, even external confirmation, this 505 also, they ask everything in depth. Like many, these are all CA Inter syllabus, which institute itself told us to refer it. Okay. Next. Now directly let me look into the answers. The first one, GDP associates are concerned with SA 620, which deals with audit responsibilities regarding use of external expert. When the work is being used, which of the following is incorrect option in relation to expert? See, I hope you have all studied the case study. You just read the case study. I'm just giving the answer because we have to quickly finish this summary. So here the answer is option B. When the work of expert relates to auditor conclusion significant, only a formal report is required. Oral report is not required. That answer is wrong. Actually here they are asking incorrect option. So whenever we are engaging an expert, we naturally agree upon with expert in writing, and we also identify who will do communication between expert and entity, and we also have to incorporate confidentiality. These 3 points these 3 points we absolutely consider, but this is something not wrong. This is, see, that is a matter of discussion between expert and all that. So the answer is B. B is incorrect option in the context of agreement with expert under 620. That's it. Next. Considering the factor influencing audit procedure for opening balances, which of the following is most appropriate course of action under relevant standard on auditing? Perform audit process in prior period. How do you perform in prior period? You are current year auditor, you can't perform. Assume opening balance or immaterial, wrong. Accept accounting policies based on purely assertion, wrong. What is most important? Effect of the matter giving rise to modification. Actually in the given question, previous year auditor has given a modified opinion. Okay, so we need to consider the effect of the modified opinion on the current period. What is the reason why he gave a modified opinion? Consider that impact on the current period. So that's it. What is its impact? So therefore the answer is A. Next up, I think your MCQ numbers might be slightly different. Here the MCQ number is slightly different. So next up, based on 530, one of the toughest question here, which of the following is most appropriate response for the auditor in handling these situations while performing sampling test and procedure? Which of the following is most appropriate response for auditor in handling this situation while performing sampling test? When auditor considers something anomaly, you shall obtain high degree of certainty that it is non-representative of population. That is actual sentence. Since he is representative word is used, the sentence is wrong. This is actually CA Inter question here. In my CA Inter material it is there. Even in the CA Inter marathon I tell these points. Okay, next. If audit is not applicable to selected item, no, that is also wrong. Rely purely on the samples, no. If the auditor is unable to apply designed procedure or suitable procedure, then the item is treated as either misstatement. In case of test of details, the answer is D. The answer is D. Remember, 99% I'm sure that these answers are right. Very exceptional externally, sometimes I may be a slip of tongue. Okay, if at all wherever you have any objection, please put it as a comment. I will try to read and then reply. Okay, I will once again reevaluate the question and then reply. Next up. See, I honestly got the paper at 5:20, 5:25. I came into live on 6:15 with just a 40 minutes gap. I'm just doing this. Imagine in between designing, setting up YouTube, all that. Okay, fine. Next. Which of the following is most appropriate for GDP associates in response to events that occurred while performing external confirmation? Remember, the question asked is most appropriate. Everywhere there are many questions in MCQs where they're asking which is not right. So be careful. Here, most appropriate procedure is what? The answer is C. The C is answer. The student whoever wrote here C, correct answer. You know, here no. Confirming party is more likely to respond indicating disagreement when the information is not in their favor. Here the answer is not in their favor. Therefore the answer is wrong. Okay. Failure to receive response negative explicitly. No, it does not explicitly indicate. Does not. The answer is that does not. So therefore this is also wrong. Non-response does not mean there is a misstatement as it there in a negative request. No. In a negative confirmation request. No. In a negative request. No. Just a minute. Yeah, I think everything is cool. I hope everything is cool. Just reply me once. I think somebody saying disconnected. Arey yaar, who? I think everything is proper. Just once reply me. Yes, proper. Yes, proper. Like that you reply me. Please, please. I'll proceed further. Yeah, perfect. Next. So the auditor shall use sole substantive, if at all. You know, when negative confirmation can be used. When negative confirmation request can be used only when. Yeah, answer is here. I think it is going on well. For somebody it is, yeah, it is proper. Yeah, thanks Pushpalata. Yeah, next. Miss DG and Co is a form of okay, I'm not looking at the question directly. You are required to identify correct conditions from the following. You know, this is regarding opening of, you know, branch office in a plain area. Getting it? Opening of branch office for a member who is practicing in, you know, a hill area, he can open a temporary office at some other place, right? So the firm is allowed to open for a period not exceeding 3 months. Similar office should be closed. That's wrong. The name board of the firm should not be displayed at other times other than permission time. Yes. Next. Chandigarh office should not be mentioned in letterheads. That is also correct. Before commencement, you need to inform to the institute. Therefore, you are required to identify correct condition 1, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 1, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So the answer is option number A. Next. Secure Bank Limited is a mid-sized financial institution, prides on itself regarding secure digital banking. They have given so many incidents, but the question is so easy. But see, the question paper, MCQ paper is 21 pages. Descriptive paper is 15 pages. Close to 35-36 pages. Yeah, question paper. How do they think that students can read this? This one, incident number 4. This is ransomware attack. Okay. So from the which of the following ransomware attack is called as? Incident number 4 is called as ransomware attack. I many times told digital audit is not such an important topic. Getting it? If only 2 marks question is asked, there is no other question. Next. Uranus is a partially owned subsidiary. Okay. This is regarding some companies are exempted from consolidated financial statements, right? Some companies are exempted from preparing consolidated financials, right? Which companies? Where all members give 100% consent. 2, it's an intermediary company, and ultimate company is preparing consolidated. That's it. Here, Uranus is an intermediary company. It has a Saturn, which is ultimate holding company. There is a company called Pluto, which is investment company. Okay, which is also a subsidiary of Saturn. So what Saturn has to do? Saturn has to consolidate this and Uranus. So Saturn has to consolidate both the subsidiaries and then prepare consolidated. Uranus is Uranus need not prepare consolidated financials. Getting it? Pluto is an investment entity. Therefore, they don't have to prepare consolidated financials. Therefore, the answer is straight away D. Saturn Limited consolidate all entities. That's the correct answer. Okay, remaining answers are wrong because Pluto Limited must present for all entities. That's wrong. Okay, Uranus must prepare consolidated as it is subsidiary of listed. No, that is also wrong because it's an intermediary company. Saturn Limited must consolidate all entities except Pluto. That is also wrong because Pluto is also one of the subsidiary. That's it. Therefore, the answer, most appropriate answer is D. By the way, the question asked is also most appropriate. They didn't ask which is not correct. They asked which is most appropriate. Next. This is another case scenario 2. Misstatements identified. Oh, depreciation. A calculation error. Calculation error is a factual misstatement. This is a factual misstatement. Management, estimate regarding overstatement of inventory valuation. This is judgmental misstatement. a sample revealed so and so error, so the auditor projected. This is called projected misstatement. So the question is also something 450 related question. Next, CAL has determined a threshold of 75,000 and below which, this is triviality level. Okay, on entire 450 some 2 or 3 questions were asked, which is almost 4 to 6 marks, which is a newly added standard. I already uploaded video on 450 clearly, 1 hour video I uploaded already. Next, CAL determined. Okay, fine. The auditor communicated regarding misstatements and their effect, all that fine. This is also not required. I already analyzed the entire question. I'm just giving you the answer because I hope, I strongly believe that you have already okay, I mean I assume that you already saw the entire question. Okay, what are the following? This is regarding going concern. Yeah, this is regarding going concern. Planning to perform following procedures. This is regarding going concerns, all that. Okay, then it's a non-listed public company carrying out manufacturing activity. Quality review board, NFRA. This is something there in quality review chapter, first chapter, SQC chapter. On that there's already few more questions were given already. On SQC this time 4 marks question or 5 marks question, one descriptive is there. Engagement partner, familiarity threat related, one descriptive question is there. And this is one more question, 2 marks question. So from first chapter quality control, close to 6 to 7 marks have come. So now fine, directly. Which of the following statement is most appropriate? Quality review board can do quality review of all the companies except listed companies. NFRA is the only one which have power to do review of listed companies. So here QRB can review quality of Crypto Limited, which is unlisted public company. Glitch Limited in the given question is a listed company. NFRA only can do. Therefore the answer is C. They are asking which is most appropriate question. Therefore the answer is C. Next. Which of the following option is correct regarding classification and treatment of identified misstatement? I told you depreciation, some error is there. It's a calculation error. Straight away it's a mistake. Calculation error is a factual misstatement. So 1 lakh depreciation error is a factual misstatement. Inventory is a judgmental misstatement. Whereas with respect to sales, no, he projected total mistake as 6 lakhs. Therefore the answer is D. Yeah, somebody saying Arif. Yeah, correct. We have to improve ourselves. There is another 4 marks question. Which of the following action is not required as a part of audit report? As a part of auditor's documentation, 450, another question they are asking. So total 4 marks question. Okay, recording predetermined. Triviality level you should document. List of all identified misstatements you should document. Auditor's conclusion of uncorrected misstatement is the middle of that also you should document. Justification for not communicating. This point itself is not there. Therefore, B is something that is not required to be documented. Not required to be documented, they are asking here. Next. Based on the listed, which of the following are inappropriate actions? See how fantastic the questions were. This is very tough. Like if at all you do not pay attention when you're reading the question, you will be thinking something else, the answer. Some question you're expecting. But here the question is altogether differently they're expecting. Our PSU audit one question, their MCQ, which is even more very challenging. For me itself it is difficult, yeah. Okay. So inappropriate action 1, 2, 4, 6, these are not appropriate. They are not proper additional procedures when going concern issue is there. I always tell going concern is important standard. Okay, so this is not required. Getting it? The answer is 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay, these are not simple. Open essay 570. Even events and conditions are identified. The following additional procedures are required. Under the additional procedures, these 4 will not be listed. Be careful. That's it. So the answer is A. That is most inappropriate action. That is not a right action. That's what. Next, an integrated case scenario. That's the last one. So I directly go to the question. This is PSU audit. Honestly, I'm openly telling you, this list I also don't know whether which is the correct order, because every one of us will have a little confusion. This particular order, I also opened the book and then saw and then found out the correct order. So I'm openly admitting this statement. This is something very unfair on the institute. Like this, they should never ask. Performance audit, there is no standard procedure, yaar. Which one will happen first, which one will happen next? That's a matter of, it's a matter of judgment of the auditor. Which is the right procedure? Like they can't ask the steps. We have 9 steps in performance audit, right? When you're planning performance audit, there are some 9 steps, right? They have given some 9 steps. That order they're testing, which is correct, step number 1, step number 2, that is unfair. This is completely unfair question. Next. Then, here performance audit related some question here. Each team member have suggested some method. So regarding that, what question they are asking? This is regarding some bank loans here. This is regarding audit of bank advances. On this point they asked substantive procedures in audit of banks. What substantive procedure includes, what does not include, that one they have asked. And of course, this is regarding drawing power computation. This is quite easy. This is drawing power computation is quite easy. Drawing power is answer 945. So what is the drawing power? 945 is the answer. See, then here, which of the following is the correct step? I already gave the numbers there. You can just cross check these numbers. You can just cross check these numbers. These are the steps. Okay, so that is the answer. That is the answer. Then, as regarding method suggested for by which team member, I mean, as per the method suggested for conducting performance audit, by which team member you think that it may not be possible for the auditor to work with complete data due to high volume, and in such a case, sampling techniques are required to be used. Either Mr. Q, here I'm little skeptical on this particular paper. Okay, so Mr. Q has suggested examination of available data. This is also 100% data. Population he suggested. He is also, Mr. R also suggested. Either Q or R is what I'm expecting. So personally speaking, this question is something little vague. I felt this PSU audit, this one question I felt little vague. Okay, next. This is regard the following audit procedures was undertaken in relation to audit of advance of indoor branch. So they have done these procedures, like they have done 5 procedures. Now so and so all that. Now look at the question very carefully. What Mr. Y should focus on, they're asking. What Mr. Y should focus on, they're asking. Y should focus on what steps, they're asking. Y was assigned with substantive procedures on advance. He was only given substantive procedures. Only these 2 points will come under substantive procedures here. 2 and 4 only comes under substantive procedures. Since they're asking you what Y should focus on, only 2 and 4 comes under substantive procedure. You open bank audit chapter, controls or audit of internal controls on advances, substantive procedure, audit of various other things like that will be there. Under substantive procedure heading, you will find only these 2 points. This is also one of the toughest question I can say. So 2 questions, one is performance audit, that order steps they're asking, right? And this one, they both are extreme tough. My God, this is something very unfair. Next. That's it. With this, MCQ discussion is done. Now the descriptive paper. I have given references. First question is 720 standard. I already covered it in marathon. I always tell, array yaar, audit reporting chapter is so important. Caro was asked, 720 was asked, everything was tested. So other information, what should be included in other information section of the audit report? Here they are asking a drafting kind of question. If management does not correct identified other information, it's a straight question, but it's not that easy. 720. Okay, next. Here analytical processes reveal so and so, such as sales, inflation, all that. Guide actions in determining overall response to addressed assessed risk due to financial response to assessed risk under 240. There is a special side heading in our book also we have given. Those of you who are following our book, getting it. That's it, 240. By the way, I must tell you one point. There is a high possibility for grace marks allocation. There is a high possibility for grace marks allocation. Just 1 minute. I think there is some buffering going on. I think it is proper. Huh? Yeah. Next. Then this is regarding 3420. Just yesterday I did 3420 3400 live. Inside that also I told this question. This is how a question can come, exactly the same only asked. What are the aspects you will consider while planning and performing engagement, while evaluating sources? Okay, you will consider while planning and performing, while evaluating source from which unadjusted information is extracted. So I have covered these points in the that particular revision video also. You can go ahead. This is regarding SQC. Here no, the engagement partner is there for so long period. Just 1 minute. I think for some issue is there. I think, I hope it is proper. Let me check once again right away. Yeah, it is coming. Yeah, it's perfect. Next. Yeah, there is a high possibility of grace marks. To best of my knowledge, 10 marks grace will be allotted. So don't worry. 10 marks. Array, this is a very tough paper, yaar. It's not an easy paper. It's a very tough paper. Those students who have studied auditing very light, very carelessly, especially like with very short notes, all that, none of them will answer these questions. Only those who thoroughly studied, understood this concept, to high conceptual clarity they asked. Yeah, some students are saying 26, 24 marks in MCQ. Very good. All the very best. Yeah. So this is regarding SQC familiarity threat matter you need to write. In SQC ethical requirements, familiarity threat discussion is there. Some 4 points were there. So that answer you need to write. So that answer they're asking. So guide the firm in establishing policies in respect of engagement partner requirements. 7 years, all that one is there, right? That discussion you need to write. So I'm giving the clue also. Next. This is regarding SA 620 ma. Guides here regarding standards. Consequently, he want to test the relevance and reasonableness. Here, no, evaluating the work of an expert. So here you already recruited expert and you want to see whether the expert work. So auditor has to perform certain procedures to identify adequacy of the work of the experts. Adequacy of work of the expert, like that there is a discussion which even I covered in the marathon also. So that one. Next. Metaverse. Oh my god. AI. This is digital audit. One more question. Yeah, sorry, I was wrong. In digital audit totally 2 marks, 1 MCQ was there and 4 marks question. 1 here it is given. So key considerations for sustainable future. What are the key considerations? This is there as a table in our book also. Those of you who are following our book, it is there in our table. That considerations only they are asking. This is something where we generally don't give that much attention, but that question they are asking. Okay, this is something I feel exceptional. Like generally we don't focus on this. Next. This is regarding CARO. This is regarding CARO related requirement. So CARO clause number 3 here. The 2. CARO clause number 3. Entire disclosures they have asked. Okay. So overdue loan, they have initiated legal proceedings. Overdue more than 90 days. Remember all that. So CARO related analyze reporting requirements. Almost it's a 5 marks question on CARO. It's a 5 marks question on CARO. That too only clause number 3 they have asked. Only clause number 3. Then next, this is regarding tax audit checklist here. Number of tax audit. Even in the exceptional questions marathon, 1 hour ethics marathon I did yesterday, day before yesterday evening. Okay, so in that I covered the 60 points and I specifically covered 44 ADA will not be counted in 60. Specifically mentioned that. Exactly that only they have asked. Okay, so many which I did in the yesterday, day before, some live marathons which I did some 3.5 hours. Within that, almost 15 to 20 marks questions worth came. Okay, then this is a tax audit related one. 60 per financial year limit is there, right? On that. This is also something which many students don't focus on, but I think this is something easy. Even those who studied one time, at least one time, that is more than enough. Next. This is 4410. In 4410, I even uploaded related services video yesterday, half an hour video. Inside that I told engagement, acceptance and continuation related one. Acceptance and continuation of client relationship. And remember, ethical response, ethical requirement, independence is not required in compilation. That point. Next. NBFC, capital requirement adequacy ratio, base layer NBFC. This is something similar to MTP, which is already given as a problem. Okay. Similar. It's easy. Compared to that, this is easy. Okay. And that's it. So, for example, discuss the treatment of impact. Gold junior 12%. The minimum tier 1 capital should be 12%. So it's easy, not that difficult it is. Okay. Then here no auditor, here no. This is regarding ethics ma. This is regarding ethics related. Here recently secured a major audit of a corporate society. The fees is 1 crore, and CA has entered into an agreement with unregistered consultant X. He has entered into agreement with unregistered consultant X. Introduced CA X to his business clients. In return, CA is paying. You are paying share of profit to a non-recognized person. Yes or no? You are not permitted. Are you getting it? MBA is not covered. No, in the recognized qualifications. Getting it? So it is guilty. Next. Additionally, he has deposited some amount to state treasury to cover administrative expenses. Okay, additionally, as per circular, 5% of audit fee has to deposit into state treasury. This is as per the requirement of the sin. Therefore, clause 6 guilty does not attract. Next. This is regarding 2400. They are asking a drafting question. Qualified conclusion he decided to give. Qualified conclusion. I was telling from many attempts. Drafting question will be there in every exam pakka. So now they have asked one drafting question, qualified conclusion, how to draft that para and state the matter to be included in basis for qualified conclusion para. So qualified conclusion and basis for qualified conclusion, 2 paras will come. First basis for qualified conclusion will come, then qualified conclusion will come. Be careful. Whereas in audit 705, first opinion will come, qualified opinion, then basis for qualified opinion. Here it is first basis for qualified conclusion, then qualified conclusion. I told you even in the previous session when I'm discussing review related revision, I told this is not yet updated. So first basis para will come, then the actual conclusion para will come. So these 2 drafting they are asking. Next. This is internal audit question. What are the key elements to be included in a report? Internal audit report. What are the key elements to be included? It's a straight question, not a big deal. Yeah, I think MBA, that one point, MBA here, no, MBA is covered. Yeah, MBA, share of profit clause number 2, MBA. Yeah, MBA is covered, I guess so. Okay. Yes. Partnership is not allowed. Share of profit is covered. Yeah, correct. Next. Then this is regarding principle number 7 of BRSR. This is regarding principle number 7 of business responsibility sustainability reporting. Principle number 7 points they're asking. What is the core essence of principle number 7? That's it. Then, but see the question paper length, no? 5C. This is regarding clause number 9. You remember I covered exceptional questions discussion in the first 20 minutes of ethics revision. That exact point came. Day before yesterday, professional ethics 1 hour revision I did. You just open and see, this is covered. Same question I covered. Audit of listed company accepted without peer review certificate. It's a violation of gap. Clause number 9, part number 1, schedule number 2. Next. This is regarding 402. In the previous, just yesterday, today's exam, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday only I did 402 3402 revision. Inside that, I specifically highlighted this point also when I'm revising. So, next. This is regarding bank limited. Oh, bank related. I have not seen this question. Sorry, I was thinking only paper is over up to here. Okay, fine. Private sector bank, the following issue emerged: acquired commercial property in satisfaction. Oh, satisfaction of loan. They acquired some property. The property was recorded at net book value of the loan. The bank plans to sell this property in the next year to recover its due. The matter is pending in the court and the matter is not yet disclosed. Fine. This is a straight question in bank audit, not a big deal. That's it. Some Vishnu is saying PSU audit steps. Arey yaar, that steps is something which I copied from which I copied from ICA book only here. I have not developed any own steps here. That's it. So I think if at all that option is not there, that 2 marks grace marks will be coming. That's it. That's it. Yeah, finally one point, MBA point is covered in clause number 2. In partnership, clause number 4, MBAs are not covered. You are not permitted to form partnership with MBAs. That's it. You can share profit to MBA. That's not an issue. Okay. Like in this middle also I've given here. Wait a minute. So in the ethics clause number 2, right? Yes, you see here. So Bachelor of Engineering and MBA, you are permitted to enter into, you are permitted to share profits to MBA. That's it. Yeah, that's it. The paper analysis almost 27 minutes. I hope MCQs you are happy. I gave all the answers. So that's it. Okay. Yeah. Take care. Bye. And by the way, all the very best. Those of you who are planning for next group 2, all the very best to all of you. And many of the students, I think group 1 is what I think, group 2, I think many of you are planning next attempt. I don't know. If at all you are planning group 2 day after tomorrow also, they are going to attend group 2. All the very best from my end. And ignore this paper, whatever you perform. Group 1 is different from group 2. So group 2 itself, again, you restart fresh with a fresh hope. That's it. Okay. All the very best. In auditing, CA final audit, this is one of the tough paper. I'm telling you, high possibility that even though you might think I will not score 40, don't get disappointed. In your result card, 50 plus might be there. So be careful. Okay. So don't get disappointed and impact it on the next exam. That's it. Okay. Take care. All the best.